Okay, lesson 7. Let's talk about the recap for lesson 7. So in lesson 7, we learn a new type of verbs. This type of verb is called directional verbs. So directional verbs simply means we show a direction of where we are headed to. So in this case, we learn 3. One is ikimasu, kimasu, and kaerimasu. Right, these 3 shows direction. Right, go to, come from, go back to, right, or come to. So all this has a direction that you need to proceed with. So the particle here, we call it directional particle. We call it e. Right, in Japanese it's called e. In English, it's the equivalent of a to. Right, going to somewhere. Then number 2, we also learn the mode of transport, or rather the means or method of doing something. So in this case, hikouki de Nihon e ikimasu. So hikouki de means by airplane, right? The mode of transport is by something. So in English, that's the best equivalent that we have lah. Moving on, we have our new question word, which is nande. So nande means like by what, right? But however, nande also means why. That's why it's not the best way to ask the question as well. So instead, we can also say doyatte. Right? Doyatte is most only how, referring to how. Next, we learn accompaniment particle. So accompaniment means you are accompanied by another person, right? Another animated item. So in this case, tomodachi to, right? To means with, like together with this person, right? So equivalent, that's the best equivalent we have in English, is a with. So when we have this to, it's already show that you are with this person, so there is no need to say together, right? So ishoni, that's why it is in square bracket. Then if it's one person, right, we don't say hitori to. Hitori to is like what? With one person, which is very weird to say that. So instead we say by oneself, right? If you recall, by, this by in Japanese, we learned it just in the previous section, is de. This is why hitori de, by oneself, is the best answer here lah. Then we also learned the new question word because it's a who question, so just change to dare. Dare to. And then we also learn this watashi wa 9月に, right? So this ni is to show, usually we put it behind time with numbered expression. That means the expression with a number. In this case, 9月 is September, so there is a number. We also can say like 3時, right, which is 3 o'clock. So 3時に, we learned it previously, it just means at 3 p.m. But of course, in this case, when we say the month 9月に, we don't mean at September, right? In English, the best will be during September, in September. So in this case, this ni plays a role as well. Plays the role in this kind of translation, right? In December, during December, for example. Okay, then we also have the question word here. All this we already saw before when we studied the days and dates. Number 5, we have kara kimashita. Right, so kara, previously we learned that it is from. So from and came. So came from, right? Kara kimashita. The verb is always at the end, so kimashita is at the end. Okay, so that was lesson 7. We will briefly talk about lesson 8 as well. So lesson 8, this is what we call the direct object particle. So direct object particle means we have to directly interact with this verb. And then we know that there's 2 types of verb. Right, I sent a message last night into the learning resource, the Q&A group lah. So basically, there was a student that asked me what is the difference between transitive verb and intransitive verb. So transitive verb means things that you have to do, you have to put in effort to complete. That means it involves you. Intransitive means the thing happened even without you interfering. That means it is kind of like automatic. Right, so when we use o, it simply means you are personally and directly involved with the verb. Right, so in this case, we call this tabemasu a transitive verb, right? But we will learn this transitive and intransitive again when we go to high level. But just for FYI, transitive verb we use o. Intransitive verb we use ga. We will learn what kinds of very basic intransitive words in lesson 10 today. Okay, but for now, just remember, tabemasu is an action where it involves you to be exerting the effort to be eating something. So this is why we use o particles, right? This o. Right, moving on to the question, we also have nani o, right? Nani o is what, right? So we have to specify what you do, right? Nani o yomimasu ka, what you read. Then we also have nani mo, yomimasen. Nani mo means like whatever also never read, right? What also never read. So that means never read anything. Okay, and we move on to number 2. Previously, the de particle was by means of or method of, right? We recycle that knowledge here. So in this case, not recycle knowledge here. And in this case, over here, this de is another meaning by itself, right? It's a separate meaning. So in this case, the de here shows the place of action, right? So I want to buy stamps. Where do you buy stamps? At post office. So how we say at post office? We say yubi kyoku de. Right? That means at the post office. Then what did you do at the post office? Kite o kaimasu. Kaimasu is the action. Kite is the object that we are interacting with. So we interact by purchasing. Where? At the post office. So yubi kyoku de kite o kaimasu. Then new question word, of course, this is gonna be like where, right? So doko de kaimasu ka. Okay, moving on to the next one. Number 3, 私は万年筆で手紙を書きます。So 万年筆で, the de particle here is as previously what we saw with the aeroplane and the bus, right? By means of, by method of. So we recycle the knowledge here. It's almost similar to what we mean in the previous de, right? Basically here just means by using this pen, right? By using this pen, I achieve the action. No idea what's that. Oh, someone brought the AED, I think. Someone brought the AED machine. Okay, so 万年筆で by means of, by method of, by using something, right? So this is de. Okay, any questions with this?
No.
Okay, then the question word of course is going to be the same as the bus one, right? Nande. But however, as I mentioned, nande is very similar. Rather, it's the same word used to ask why. So you want to clarify clearer, make sure you use doyatte. Right, that will be lesson 8. I will recap lesson 9 next lesson. So let's go on to the homework. Lesson 7 homework. 7, right?
Yeah.
Today is 7, 8. Because next week will be 9, 10. Okay. My tablet is lagging. Okay. Okay, lesson 7. Translation. There's going to be translation during the quiz. So hope you already learn how to translate some stuff. The sentence structure for translating, I also mentioned to you all last week already. It is all the way at the end, the appendix, right? How do we form a sentence? What is the priority? Which particle will be in front of which particle? Right? So the arrangement of the sentence, I already showed to you all in the appendix. Hope you all referenced it when you all try to translate this. Okay, number 1. I'm going to China tomorrow. Yes. Okay. The verb here is ikimasu. So the particle should be the directional particle, right?
Yes.
So
ikimasu, but what I read is if it is ikimasu, it is going towards Japan.
Yeah, so
going towards China.
But ni is when we are entering an enclosed space, a very small space. For example, heya ni hairimasu. Heya is room. Room ni hairimasu. Bus ni norimasu. I bought into the bus. So ni is only used for particles which are going into confined spaces. Right here, China is big. And we are going towards, we are showing direction we are going towards. We are not near the place yet. We are still very far away. So in this case, we use e. Ikimasu. Yes. Okay, so the answer is 私は中国へ行きます。Yeah, 明日 is tomorrow. So 私は is always the subject. The subject will always open the sentence. If you want to omit the sentence, it's okay as well. So 私は明日. So the timing will come immediately after the subject. Right? The time will come immediately after the subject. So the time is 明日. Yes.
And uchi ni ikimasu?
Uchi ni, no.
I'm going to home.
Yeah, uchi e kaerimasu. Going back to home.
So room is like again close to one, right?
Yeah, but uchi is house, home.
So for that also, uchi?
Uchi e kaerimasu.
Uchi.
Okay, where are you? If your house is here, where are you? Here?
Outside?
You're just outside the house? Then you don't say uchi e ikimasu. You're already outside the house. I enter the house. Why would you say I go to the house? You're outside your house, so you don't say you go to your house.
Okay.
Right? So in that case, we will use another verb. That verb will be hairimasu, which means to enter. Right? To enter, we will use ni particle.
Okay.
But in this case, we are still far away, we use e. Right? So, 私は明日中国へ行きます。Number 2, I went to the hospital by train yesterday. Yes? Cecilia. Yeah.
昨日電車で病院へ行きました。
Okay, very good. So she skipped the subject, so we can just straight go into the timing. So, 昨日, alright, yesterday is 昨日。昨日、病院へ
行きました。
車で行きました。Okay, so
車 is ne car.
yeah, it is.
電車
Oh, sorry, 電車で。
Oh.
Sorry, 電車で行きます。So think of it as we will say the big places first in the sentence structure. We will list out the big places first, then we go on to the smaller places. So in this case, the hospital is bigger than the train, so we will mention the hospital first. So 昨日病院へ電車で行きました。
But I put the train first also correct or not?
Can conversationally it works.
Because and now it's like talking about which one is big, which one is small only lah.
So usually I will go for the bigger places first. I will state the bigger places first, then I will go on to the smaller places. But in the appendix that I showed you guys, they may show the other way around. Right? So as a rule of thumb, big place, describe the big place first, then you go down to the small place. Right? That is the easier for the person to understand what you're trying to say. So 病院へ車で行きました。車で病院へ行きました is okay also. It's fine also. For me, my rule of thumb is big place first, then go to small place. Number 3, he goes home by car. Yes, Ian.
彼は車で家へ帰ります。
Okay, that's fine as well. So she say 車で家へ帰ります。Right, so by car, go back to home. Okay, number 4, she comes to school with a friend. Yes, Jinkun.
彼女は友達と学校へ行きます。
Okay, 彼女は友達と学校へ行きます。Okay, that's fine. If you need me to repeat again, you can let me know. Or if you feel that your answer might be a possible answer, you can raise your hand and let me know.
I put the 友達と一緒に together with a friend.
Yeah, can.
But I mean it's not in the English word lah together.
No, it's fine if you want to. It's optional, remember? Right? Because to already show accompaniment, so you don't really need it together lah. Like I go to school with my friend together. With my friend already said that you are accompanied by them. So do you really need the together? Yeah. Okay, number 5. Where are you going next month? Yes, 3. Oh, sorry.
あなたは来月どこへ行きますか?
Very good. 来月どこへ行きますか? 来月どこへ行きますか? So next month, where are you going? I'm going to Malaysia by airplane. Yes, 3.
飛行機でマレーシアへ行きます。
Okay, 飛行機でマレーシアへ行きます。Right? There is a possible answer as well. 飛行機でマレーシアへ行きます。Number 6. When is your birthday?
あなたの誕生日はいつですか?
Very good. So 誕生日はいつですか? I omitted the あなたは. But if I omitted the あなたは, we can put お誕生日はいつですか? Thank you. Right? If you choose to omit あなたは, please put a お誕生日はいつですか? Right? Start off with a polite marker. お誕生日.
いつ誕生日ですか?
No, the question has to be at the back. So 誕生日はいつですか? Right? About birthday, when is it? This is the sentence structure. We cannot throw いつ in front.
So but if あなたは then can put あなたはいつ誕生日? That's all.
No.
That's all cannot.
No. No. Okay, in Chinese we don't say 几时你的生日 right? We say the other way around, right? 你的生日是几时 So the question, same as Japanese, the question will always be at the end, nearer to the end. So the front part, right, before the wa will be the entire context. Wa, いつですか? Wa, 何ですか? Wa, どうですか? Wa, どこですか? So whatever's in front, the wa is the subject that we're trying to ask. The question will always be at the back. Okay, my birthday is December 4. Who is it? Is it Ian? Yeah.
私の誕生日は12月4日です。
Thank you. So 私の誕生日は12月4日です。12月4日です。Thank you very much. Yes. Number 7, where are you from, Jin-kun?
どこから来ましたか?
Very good. どこから来ましたか? どこから So from where? Came from. Right? どこから来ましたか? I am from Korea.
韓国から来ました。
Okay, 韓国から来ました。Thank you. 韓国から来ました。When are you going to Japan, Sri?
日本はいつへ行きますか?
日本 immediately must use the directional verb.
いつ日本へ行きますか?
Yes. But remember I told you the subject should be in front, then the question should be at the back, right? So technically the better one is wait ah. Sorry, you haven't learned the grammar form yet. So whatever you mention is okay. Yeah. For your level, ask. So いつ will be at the front. So いつ日本へ行きますか? Yeah.
でも日本はいつ行きますか?
One more time.
日本はいつ行きますか?
Actually, I was thinking of that. It should be 日本
Because Japan is a subject, no?
Okay, yeah, I think you got what I want to say. Yeah, not the more advanced grammar will be 日本へ行くのはいつですか? That was what I'm thinking, but you haven't learned no. But you just mentioned 日本はいつ行きますか? That is okay. That is okay. Her answer is valid as well. Shri's answer is valid as well. Right, I repeat two answers. いつ日本へ行きますか? Plus 日本はいつ行きますか? Right, Japan as a subject, when you going? Right. I'm going there on the 3rd of this month. Yes.
今月3日にそこへ行きます。
今月3日に行きます。Okay, very good. 今月3日に行きます。
何そこへ?
Sorry?
そこへ。
Oh, yeah, you can put that in, but I assume that we know where you're referring to lah. Japan lah. So I will find it optional lah to say Sokoe. Because you mentioned it's Japan already, so where else? Yeah, Sokoe is just going to refer to Japan again.
今月の7月3日.
Okay, so her answer was 今月3日. Your answer now has a 今月の3日. I would say the best is yours. Your one is better. I was about to tell that to the class. Yes, 今月の3日. Right, that is better. But as I mentioned, usually behind dates we don't need to put particle, right? So it's okay not to put, but it's also okay to put also.
So usually we'll put
Why
more.
put no Mika?
In Chinese, how would you say 这个3月的1号, 3月的3号.
Oh, so like they belong to the month lah.
Yes, so affiliated. So 今月の3日, Mika affiliated to the month. Yeah.
The no Mika then is what?
Without the no, it's
Still
okay
in
also.
the
Still the same meaning also.
Yeah, so kongetsu no Mika then what's the meaning now?
行きます.
に行きます。
Yeah, に行きます.
But usually we'll put no lah.
For the center, yes. 今月の3日.
By
Verbally don't put.
oh, okay.
You just say 今月3日. But literature you will write the no. Even for the ni, we also can omit. In verbal, in conversation, we can just say 今月3日行きます. Right? Without any verbs, without any particle at all. You don't hear my particle at all, right? 今月3日行きます. I don't say any I don't say any particle at all. That's also normal. That's for conversation. Whom did you go to Australia with?
あなたは誰と一緒にオーストラリアへ行きますか
Okay. 行きますか or 行きましたか
行きましたか
Right? Because the did, right? Because the word did is past tense. Okay. So 誰とオーストラリアへ行きましたか Right? 誰と If you want to put 一緒に I don't stop you. It's fine. 誰とオーストラリアへ行きましたか Then you can say the other way around. オーストラリアは誰と行きましたか Right. About Australia, who you go with. Right? So both sentence structure is okay. Okay. I went there with my lover. Yes, Jingpun.
私は彼女と行きました。
Okay. 彼女と行きました。彼女と行きました。
I used to call koibito.
Can also. He used 彼女, he said girlfriend lah. He specified girlfriend lah. For you, it's more general lah. Lover. Okay. 恋人と行きました。How do you go home? Yes, Serene.
あなたは何で家へ行きますか
Go home is go back home.
帰ります
So yeah, we use kaerimasu better because it's going back to home. Okay? So we don't say go home, like we don't say like ikimasu, we use kaerimasu because it's home. You've been there in the morning, now you're just going back, right? So we will say kaerimasu. So the question is, どうやって家へ帰りますか or なんで家へ帰りますか So the question word can change. なんで or どうやって So どうやって家へ帰りますか I go home on foot. Yes, 3.
歩いてに行きます。
Okay, 歩いて the te is already a grammar form. So we don't need another grammar. So 歩いて
行きます。
行きます Yes, 歩いて行きます So this 歩いて is actually what we call a te form. We'll learn it when you go on to E2. Right? Te form is already a grammar form on its own. We don't need to put another particle behind it. Okay? Number 11. I slept at 11 last night and woke up at 7 this morning.
私は11時に寝ました
You want to stop there? You're missing something?
Missing something? Oh, last night 昨日
Kino?
昨日私は12時
Kino what? It's after the subject, right? 私は?
に
No, after the subject then we talk about the time. So 私は昨日
after the subject meaning what? 私
The sentence structure, we have to say the subject first, right? 私は then the next one is the time. For you, you mention the time before the subject.
Okay, so I need to write like I 私は
Last night, 昨日の
あれ昨日の晩11時に寝ました
Yes, you want to try again, Cecily?
sorry, can you repeat again? I lost now.
No. For your answer, you forgot to put it's just when you say it out, you forgot to mention the time. The time should be after the subject,
Okay.
right?
Last night.
Yeah.
So mine is
So 私は
私は昨日
昨日の
晩
night. Yeah.
お晩を
So 昨日の晩
昨日の晩
11時に
に寝ました。
Mhm.
今朝
before that the sentence connector and then
and
in Japanese is what?
そして
そして
今朝そして
No, そして今朝
そして今
Yeah.
朝そして今朝7時に起きました。
Thank you very much. Subject first, then our time expression immediately follow afterwards. Not the time first, then the subject.
Okay.
Right? in English we will say like 7 o'clock I went to market. But in Japanese we must say I at 7 o'clock went to market I went. Right? The verb will be at the end. Right? So in this case, remember the first thing in your sentence should always be the subject. Something wa. And then the last thing should be your verb. Right? In the middle will be that structure. Will be then immediately after your subject, watashi wa, must talk about the time already. Okay, the time you don't put it anywhere else. You put it immediately after the subject. Everybody okay? I repeat the answer again. 私は昨日の晩11時に寝ました。Then close the sentence. そして今朝7時に起きました。Okay?
After the name, Mashita, my full stop.
Yes, it's 2 separate sentences. Yeah. So we close the sentence because we cannot leave the verb hanging there with a comma. It's a verb end the sentence, right? So that's why we need to close off the sentence. And then the next line will be そして。そして is just and then. In English, and then we have a comma, right? And then comma, blah 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 blah. Right? So same thing in Japanese. そして we need to have a comma. Can? Number 12. My teacher went back to his country last year.
去年先生は国へ帰りました。
I mentioned the time must be after the subject, right? So who is the subject here?
Teacher.
My teacher. So what is my teacher?
私の先生。
Then the particle, subject particle. Subject particle. Wa. Subject particle is wa. Right? So after you say watashi no sensei, wa. Then your time. What is the time here? Kyonen. Okay, continue with the sentence. Very good. Right? Subject first, please. Not the time first. Not kyonen. Please don't think in English. Last year, my teacher went back. Sorry, the time will be inside the sentence. Right? So, watashi no sensei wa, right? 去年、国へ帰りました。Time will be after the subject. Please always don't forget about this. Time is always after the subject. Refer to that list that you have on your hand, the appendix.
But kuni cannot be in front of kyonen.
Why?
I'm just asking.
Why kuni must be in front of kyonen?
No, I'm asking whether is it can be in front
Cannot.
of kyonen. Or it
Cannot.
doesn't make sense.
Cannot. Immediately after the subject should be the time already. Right? Okay. And do I need to repeat that? No need, Okay. Number 13. Where did you go yesterday?
昨日はどこへ行きましたか?
Okay, very good. 昨日どこへ行きましたか? Right. We never put in a subject. That's why we can start the sentence with the time. Right? If not, it will be あなたは昨日どこへ行きましたか? Right? I skipped the subject. A says, I didn't go anywhere yesterday.
昨日どこも行きませんでした。
Okay? 昨日どこへも or どこも行きませんでした. Right? When we use どこも, you have to use a negative form, right? Because I did not go anywhere. I also never go anywhere. Right? So we have to use the negative version. Right? 行きませんでした. Past tense. So 行きませんでした. Next page. Answer the question with words in the bracket. So, number 1. I'll ask you a question. You answer me with the answer in the bracket. 何曜日学校へ行きますか? Yeah.
Okay. 月曜日に学校へ行きます。
Okay. 月曜日に学校へ行きます.
行きます。
Right. Then you might be thinking, 月曜日 got no number though. But I must use the ni. Okay. We need to use the ni. Right? Because you think of it in Chinese, how we say this day of the week is also numbered, right? So in this case, we will pretend this, we will think of these elements as a number. Right? So it is actually a number expression. So we will try to use the particle ni if we can. Of course, conversationally, we don't need to put the ni. Right? So, 月曜日に学校へ行きます。Number 2、先週どこへ行きましたか？
友達の家に行きました。
Okay, 友達の家へ行きました。Right, past tense は行きました。どこへ、友達の家へ行きました。Number 3、誰と教室へ行きましたか？
一人で教室へ行きました。
Okay, very good. I will just repeat. 一人で来ました。一人で来ました。Right, I don't need to mention the 教室へ anymore. Other party probably know we're talking about that. Number 4、いつ銀行へ行きますか？
来月4日に銀行へ行きます。
Thank you. 来月8日に行きます。来月8日に行きます。By the way, 8日 is what? Is it 4th? Huh? Wow, you all just copy the answer, never know what it means. 8日。8日 is 4th. 4th 咩？ 4th is 4日。Look at this one, this is 8日。Ah, see, you all just copy the answer, never go and find out what the answer, what the question means, right? 8日 is 8. Please don't confuse with number 4. Number 4 is 4日, double consonant K, right? Double K. This is 8日. 8日 is 8, the 8th of the month, right? Moving on to number 5. なんでセントーサへ行きますか？
バスでセントーサへ行きます。
Thank you. I will just cut short and say バスで行きます。バスで行きます。
Can you use Sentosa as a subject? Sentosa はバスで行きます。
Can, but it just means like, by default, Sentosa, if I go to Sentosa, it will be by bus. That is what the sentence is suggesting. Sentosa はバスで行きます。Like, it's like a no-brainer that going to Sentosa must be by bus. Right, that's for you lah. So if you say it like that, you imply something like
That
that.
means I only can take bus to Sentosa.
Correct,
Because I use one.
Correct, yeah.
And then if I say Sentosa が
Sentosa がバスで行きます。
then I
That one,
could be
that one,
any
yeah,
other thing
could be
also.
anything, yeah, correct. So the what will suggest like for you, you go to Sentosa only by bus.
Only by
Yeah.
bus.
Sentosa がバスで行きます. That means it's like Sentosa can be gone by bus. But that means by you're suggesting, you're not implying that you
Only take
like
bus.
yeah only take bus, yeah. That is the main difference. Okay, number 7. 誰と一緒に勉強しますか？
Number 6.
Number 6. 昨日どこへ行きましたか？ Is it sorry? 3.
昨日どこも行きませんでした。
Okay, 昨日どこも行きませんでした。Right, どこも right, where also never go. We have to use the negative form. どこへも行きませんでした。Past tense also 行きませんでした。Past tense. Moving on, number 7. 誰と一緒に勉強しますか？
友達と一緒に勉強します。
Thank you. 友達と勉強します。Right, I study with friend. Right, 友達と勉強します。I'm just going for the shortest answer. If you want to put 私は or you want to put 一緒に is fine also. I'm just going for the shortest answer. Number 8. バスで家へ帰りますか？
家歩いて家へ帰ります。
Thank you. 家歩いて家へ帰ります。歩いて帰ります is fine also. 歩いて帰ります。Okay, answer the question and write in hiragana. Right, this is an open-ended question, so let's listen to what you have. Yes, Jin-kun. あなたの誕生日は何月ですか？ Sorry, 何月何日ですか？
7月15日です。
Okay, 7月15日です。Right, so 7th month, right, July, we don't say 7月. Right, we use a special way of counting 7月. Right, so 7月15日. 15日 is 15 day. Very good. Number 2. Sorry, 誰と交換 日本語学校へ行きますか？それ学校へ行きますか？
Actually, I used the very honorary form. I'm going to use Dana san to kimashita.
Okay, what's wrong? Because when someone asks you, then you don't say like you come up with your, you don't be too casual lah. When we are meeting someone. Sorry? Oh, yes. So we try not to be that casual lah. Even if somebody asks you this question, we will still try to say Dana-san, right? Okay, you want to say Otto is fine as well. Yeah. So Dana-san to kimasu. Dana-san to kimasu. Or Otto to kimasu. Otto to kimasu. Right? Otto means husband. O-T-T-O. Yeah, we talked about the family relationship before, right? The appendix. Yeah, you can refer to that for how to mention husband. Any questions for lesson 7 homework?
No.
Very fast. We finished before. Oh, still have. Sorry. Still have one page. The listening comprehension. Read page 79 conversation. So this is referring to the lesson 7 conversation about going to the amusement park. Right? Amusement park is what? UNG or UGN? UNG. Thank you.
Scared me, I thought I wrote wrongly.
Yeah, I want to test you again because if you confuse and the taxi driver brings you to a nursery, a children's nursery, then you'll be questioned, why am I here? Right. So this 幼稚园, I recently tried to book tickets for the Poke Park Kanto, the Pokemon Park. Open already. So the tickets is 2 months, exactly calendar day 2 months before. Wow, I tell you the system sucks. I can't even get past the page of selecting the dates. The dates can't even load. Then when I finally can press right, then they bring me to the payment page. Then on the checkout, like before you check out, you need to press like what time slot you want to join this thing. Or a lot of things to press. So at every stage right, when you disconnect, you have to restart again. Yeah, so I disconnect like over 20 times. I didn't get the tickets in the end. It was so horrible.
So sad.
Yeah, so sad. I just hope that Klook can sell the ticket. Just buy from Klook. But I don't think they'll do it lah. Okay, number 1. 田中さんは今週の金曜日どこへ行きますか？ Yes, actually.
UNG へ行きます。
Thank you. UNG へ行きます。UNG へ行きます。Number 2. 田中さんとリンさんはなんで UNG へ行きますか？
バスで行きます。
バスで行きます。Thank you. バスで行きます。Very straightforward. We will have reading comprehension in our quiz lah. So it's only 2 questions. 4 questions. 5, sorry, 5. Very easy one lah. Literally just plug and paste only. Okay? Number 5, the table. Let's just talk about it very quickly. 3:10. Yes, Ian. 3:10 a.m.
午前3時10分。
Thank you. AM is 午前, right? So 午前3時10分. 4:20 a.m. ジン君。
午前4時20分。
Sorry, one more time, please.
午前4時20分。
20分.
20分。
J-U-P-P-U-N. Right, 10分. Okay, so she's correct. 午前4時. Right, not 4時. Please, not 4時. 4時. 4時20分. 4時20分. Next, PM 9:35. Sorry.
午後9時35分。
Okay. 午後, right? PM 午後9時35分. F-U-N, 分. Just 11 PM. Yes, Sri.
午後11時。
午後11時. Just start with C.
ちょうど。
ちょうど. So ちょうど午後
11時。
Okay, good. ちょうど午後11時.
11時。
Right? The ちょうど will come in front. Right? ちょうど午後11時. Monday. 月曜日. Very easy. Let me test you. 曜日. How many U?
1 U.
1 or don't have?
1 U.
Sure. Okay, you're right. Very good. Okay, Thursday. Yes, Thursday. Ian.
木曜日。
Thank you. 木曜日. Right. Because of the U, we didn't drag out the O sound. 曜日. Sunday. Yes, Jingshun.
日曜日。
Nichiyobi. Thank you. January 1st.
1月是1日
Very good. 1月 is the month, then the date. 1日. Right, so the format is a bit different from English. We have to go for the month first, then the day. Great. April 3rd. 3.
4月3日
4月3日。4月3日。Thank you. 4月3日。July 5th.
7月5日
Okay. 7月5日。7月5日。August 9th.
8月9日
8月9日。8月9日。Very good. National Day.
独立記念日。
独立記念日。You're right. Right?
I still got reference to the page 6-8.
Yeah. 独立 DO 独立記念日. No, I'm just testing because some people might say 国立. 国立 is national. Then because national day 嘛, so 国立記念日. But it's not 国立記念日, it's 独立記念日. Right? 独立, yeah, lesson 6, the passage they mentioned, lesson 6, the conversation. 独立記念日.
天国記念日
That one is Japan. That one is Constitution Day for Japan. Okay, 独立記念日. 独立 means self-established, like independence. Yesterday, yes. Sorry.
So easy can skip kilo.
Easy You want to skip Okay.
Yesterday, today, tomorrow can skip
Sure. Okay, then what is last Tuesday? Yes, sorry. Yes, Cecilia. Last Tuesday. Last Tuesday.
Last Tuesday 先週の火曜日
Thank you. 先週の火曜日. This Wednesday? Ian.
今週の水曜日
今週の水曜日. Next Saturday, Jinkun.
来週の土曜日。
Thank you. Then I trust you don't know what is last year, this year, next year. Okay. What is Kyonen? Kyonen is last year. Please don't confuse Kyonen with this year. Right? Although both has Kyo. Today is Kyo. Last year is Kyonen. Right? Today and last year is two different things. Please don't go be confused. Okay, moving on to lesson 8 homework. We will take a break after this. Okay. Translate for me. Is it 3 again? Yeah, 3. I have breakfast at 8 every morning.
毎朝8時に朝ごはんを食べます。
Very good. Yeah, it's a bit long here lah. Okay, we need to say every morning first. So my asa, right? Then at what time? 8時に朝ごはんを食べます。Very good. Yeah, correct. Okay, 8時にご飯を食べます。So we need to use the direct object particle o. Number 2. Where did you go last night?
昨日どこへ行きましたか
昨日は昨日に
昨日は
昨日の晩。
昨
日の晩 Yeah, last night. 昨日の晩. We don't need a particle after 昨日の晩 because there's no number. It's not a numbered time expression. So 昨日の晩どこへ行きましたか Past tense 行きましたか I didn't go anywhere.
私はどこも行きませんでした
Okay, very good. どこも行きませんでした Right, need to have the past tense.
どこにも
どこへもにも cannot. に is cannot.
M also can.
どこへも A is optional ま
But it's like together.
Yeah. The A is an optional particle. You want to put, don't put also can. どこへも行きませんでした。どこも行きませんでした also can. Both means the same thing. The A is optional. Number 3. What are you going to buy? Who is it? Is it Ian? Oh yeah, it's Jinkun. Yeah.
何を書きますか。
何を買いますか。
買います。
買います is buy. K-A-I. 買います。So 何を買いますか。何を買いますか。何を買いますか。I'm going to buy a watch tomorrow.
明日時計を買います。
明日時計を買います。Thank
I
you.
want to ask you, in this sentence, is there a way to add the going or not?
Yes, that one E2.
Oh,
The
okay.
sentence will become 明日時計を買いに行きます。
Oh,
We
that's
will learn,
going,
we will learn this ni in E2. Yeah.
Oh, so it's
So kaimasu, I drop the mas, I put the ni in. So kai ni ikimasu. So go for the purpose of buying. But anyway, the one is level E2 lah. We will learn it if you go on to the next level. For now, your answer is fine. Right, ashita toke o kaimasu. So literally the correct translation should be tomorrow I will buy a watch. Right, tomorrow I will buy a watch. Rather than like I'm going to buy a watch. Can understand Next, number 4. Where does he take photos? Who is it? Is it Shui? Yeah.
彼はどこで写真を撮りますか
Very good. 彼はどこへ写真を撮りますか?
どこで where does
Okay,
he-
wait, I want to talk about this. So the particle, right? どこへ is like to where he take photos. どこで is at where he take photos. Both is okay. Like where does he go to take photo or where does he take photo at? Right? Both is possible because in this question it's very general, it's very vague. They don't even specify what exactly they want to ask. So どこでどこへ is fine, but just not どこに.
What's the word A again?
A is the far遠遠 far
No, I mean
away.
as in like that's why you say the going to where take photo.
どこへ撮りますか写真
No, asking just now you give the say the translation Doko A is he.
or どこへ is when you're far away. Then you ask where is he going to take photo.
Where going to take?
Yeah, so that is どこへ写真を撮りますか? Then if you use どこで at where he's going to take photo.
At where?
Right? So in this context both works lah. In this context both is okay. He takes photo in Japan.
日本に写真を撮ります。
Okay, that's the thing because they say in Japan, right? So then you naturally use ni. But when you're talking about this, probably we are not even in Japan anymore. So if you want to say Japan, we need to say it's far away, so we use e, right? Or at Japan also can, right? Because the place of action happened in Japan. So e or de
De.
is fine. Just not ni.
Okay.
Ni is when we're entering confined, enclosed space. Then we use ni. Okay, number 5. Did you eat bread this morning?
あなたは今朝はパンを食べましたか
Very good past tense, right? 今朝パンを食べましたか? Right? 今朝パンを食べましたか? Very good. No, I didn't eat anything.
いいえ、食べませんでした。
Okay, where is the anything?
Anything.
Yeah.
It's anything.
I have to use the mo particle, right?
Oh.
So,
いいえ何も
yes, you're right. Give me a chance.
No, you say
Yeah, he said the answer. You hear that?
何も食べませんでした。
Okay, 何も食べませんでした. Very good. 何も. Alright, we use mo to emphasize that I didn't go anywhere at all. I also never go anywhere. Right, it's to emphasize that wow, I never go anywhere.
So this one is because 家食べませんでした just say I never eat lah.
Yeah, if you say 家食べません means I did not eat. Right? I did not eat. If I want to emphasize anything, then we use 何も食べませんでした. Okay, number 6. What are you going to do tomorrow? Serene, right?
明日何をしますか?
Okay, 明日何をしますか? 何をしますか? Yes, Sri.
映画を見ます
映画を見ます. Thank you. 映画を見ます. Right, going to see, right? Going is a verb, see is also a verb, right? So we will learn how to combine two verbs into one when we go on to E2. For now, we just ignore the going, okay? Just 映画を見ます. Number 7, what did you do last night? Yes, Serene. Cecilia.
昨日の晩は何をしましたか?
Very good. 昨日の晩何をしましたか? Right, don't need any particles after the time, huh? So 昨日の晩何をしましたか? 何をしましたか? Okay, now. I don't know why my page jumped. Okay, I watch TV and read newspaper. Who is it? Is it Ian?
私はテレビを見て そして新聞を読みました。
You use Google Translate for your homework. Wrong. We haven't learned that form. Why you use Mite? You use Google Translate.
見ます
Very obvious, like if you use Google Translate. Very, very obvious one. Okay, so we need to form two sentences. We need to form two sentences. I watch TV. So how do you say?
そして
Can. It's correct, but I just say that it's Google Translate.
It's very obvious.
It's very obvious. Because you haven't learned the grammar form yet. Okay? So can you please tell me how to say I watch TV? Television.
を見ました
Okay? Television 見ました. Then you close the sentence. そして、新聞を読みました.
So let's say we never learn the K form one, then we go out and we talk like that, like, is it like normal?
Okay, why not? It's okay, it's okay. Okay, we will learn that from next lesson, next course. Then you can. There's even a shorter way to say this. テレビを見たり、新聞を読んだりしました. I just combine both with this tali grammar form. Alright, but you haven't learned that lah, so we will just think of it as a shorter way to say this thing lah. Just that we are not there yet. Okay, where did you buy this camera? Yes, Jingfeng.
どこでカメラを買いますか
Okay, good. どこでカメラを買いましたか? Past tense, ah?
このカメラはどこで買いますか?
Also can. So your one is also can, right? We can say like you can say like this camera whereby, yeah, that's right. You can also say where this camera is bought, right? We can also say it that way.
どこでこのカメラを also?
どこで
このカメラ
このカメラを買いましたか? So どこで can be in front. このカメラはどこで買いましたか? Also can.
So この can come later also.
Yeah. So listen, the first sentence. Okay, never mind, why don't I write it down? I'll just clarify this once and for all. So I can write in hiragana. このカメラはどこで買いましたか? This is number one. Number two. どこでこのカメラを買いましたか? Right? So you can see the particles is totally different. このカメラは this camera, about this camera, where you buy. Then the other question is this camera, where you buy. Right? So the difference is okay, it's not a big difference lah, but the difference here is basically the first one, このカメラは. So specifically you are saying your camera, where can I buy? Right? Where can I buy your camera? Versus the second one, this camera, where can I buy? So the second one is more of a general way of asking, like this, maybe this model camera, where can I buy? That kind of thing. If you use このカメラ, specifically you want to buy his camera. Right? But anyways, you are referring to the model lah. People know that you're referring to the model lah. Okay? So both is fine. I bought it at the department store. Who stopped at who? Is it sorry? 8A. I bought it at department store.
デパートで買いました。
Thank you. So place of action, デパートで買いました. デパートで買いました. Next, let's listen to Japanese music together. Yes, Sri.
一緒に日本の音楽を聴きます。
Okay, how to say let's? We learned this in one of the conversation. The conversation. Like, shall we do something together or let's do something together?
So this.
Sorry?
So this.
No. So the grammar form here that we learn is, remember masho. Remember masho? Right. We learned this before. So shimasho. No. Yeah, the answer can be so shimasho. Wait. Where's my ear?
Ikimasho.
So if you look at, I think it's lesson 5 or lesson 4 passage. Lesson 5. Oh no, or is it lesson 7? The one to the zoo one?
The amusement park.
Yeah, the amusement park one. Yeah. UNG, eh? Ikimashou. Yeah. Where is it?
Lesson 7.
Right, lesson 7.
Yeah.
Then lesson 7, the second last line, right? Bus de ikimashou. So ikimashou means let's go together by bus. So we have learned this masho form, right? So can you try with this form? Your answer is correct, just the last part.
一緒に日本の音楽を聴きましょう。
Very good, yes. Right? So that masho refer to, there's two meaning for masho. One is shall we do something together. The other one is let's do something together. So when I ask you a question, something masho ka, your answer should be masho.
Then if I say ましょう、一緒に is not required.
Sorry?
一緒に we can remove.
No. We will still keep the issue there. It's optional. Because masho is like shall we do it?
Yeah.
Who else are you inviting, right? So in that case, we can remove the
Mashu got any other past tense or whatever? No?
don't have. Let's got past tense. Let's don't have. Let us don't have. There's no past tense for let us. Okay?
So 日本に音楽を聴きましょう is also correct.
So one more time, please. Nihon.
日本の音楽を聴きましょう。
Yes. Nihon. That means that one is more of a sentence really. Right? Like let's listen to Japanese music together. Yeah.
一緒に we can and we can remove.
Yeah, we can. You want to put it in or don't want to put it in also can.
Okay.
Right? Because if we remove the word together, right? Let's listen to Japanese music. It's the same as inviting the other party to listen together. Right? The together is just extra lah.
Okay.
Okay. So ishoni is optional for you all. For this like if you want to write, it's up to you. Okay, so I'll repeat the answer. Nihongo no ongaku o 一緒に聴きましょう or just 行きましょう 聞きましょう right 聞きましょう
Mashu can add to other words.
You want to add what?
Kiki. Kiki listen one, right?
聞きます is listen
Tabemasho.
yeah 食べましょう行きましょう来ましょう飲みましょう帰りましょう right ましょう it just simply becomes like let us do this together. Okay. Number 10, I bought a new dictionary yesterday.
昨日新しい辞書を買いました。
Okay, very good. 昨日新しい辞書を買いました。Right, the adjective in front of the noun. 新しい辞書. So, I just keep in my subject. The subject is watashi, but I just keep it. I'll go straight to the time. 昨日新しい辞書を買いました。買いました。Past tense. 11. What kind of food do you eat every morning?
あなたは毎朝食べますか？
What is what kind? Do you remember the question word for what kind? We learned in lesson 4. Yeah. Someone. Not donna. Donna. It's double N sound, so it's double consonant. So donna. Okay. So you want to try again? The word every morning first.
あなたは毎朝どんな食べますか？
Donna. Food. Food is
食べ物
oh.
を食べます。
Thank you. Alright. Donna. My asa. Every morning. Donna. Right. What kind? Food is 食べ物. So donna 食べ物を食べました. Right. Present tense because it's every morning. It's still happening. So present tense. Okay. The question word here is donna. Please don't forget donna. Donna is just asking for adjective. I eat bread and egg. Yes, Kinkun.
私はパンと卵を食べます。
Very good. So the particle here is to. To means and. So パンと卵を食べます. Right? The first one is to. The second particle is o.
私は means I only eat bread and egg.
Not really.
Not really.
私は is just like I eat bread and eggs.
But doesn't mean I only eat the bread and egg.
The only will come with there's a word for only also lah. But if you're trying to say that it implies that, it depends on the context. If someone offer you a lot of food, then you say watashi wa pan to tamago tabemasu. Then it's like I will eat only this.
Bread and egg.
Yeah. So but in this case we don't know the context, right? Maybe he's only offered these two, then say I will eat these two, right? So if someone is like I bring you to
But
buffet,
then he was asking what kind of food do you eat every morning. So that means my watashi wa means I only eat bread and egg only.
Okay, yes, for every day, yes, you only eat bread and egg for every day lah. Okay, for every day, yeah.
But I can also say watashi ga in this.
Watashi ga. No,
No.
no. The object here is food, not you.
Oh, okay.
Right? The object here that we're mentioning is the food, not watashi. So we cannot say watashi ga. Okay. Okay. Answer question with the words in the bracket. I'll ask you a question, just repeat the answer. Is it Serene?
Yeah.
どこで朝ごはんを食べますか？
うちで朝ごはんを食べます。
食べます。
食べます。
You said 食べます。
食べます。
I heard 食べます sorry. 食べます means fly. 食べます means fly. Okay. So うちで食べます。The shortest one. うちで食べます。The rest is unnecessary information. うちで食べます。Next. 何時から何時までテレビを見ますか？ Yes, true.
8時から10時までテレビを見ます。
Very good. 8時から10時まで。Right? Very
テレ
good.
ビを見ます。
テレビを見ます。Thank you.
But if I don't want to say the kara, can I say hachichi made juji ni mimasu?
8時まで。Until 8 o'clock at 10.
8 until 10. That means
From
the one from lah.
No.
That means I start from 8, I always say 8, then
No, you
until
have-
10 I watch. 8 until 10,
No.
that's what I try.
I know, in English you can say 8 until 10.
Uh,
Like in Chinese you can say 8到10.
uh,
Right? But you cannot say like because in Chinese and English, right, the karama is in front of the number. Right? It's in front of the number. But in this case, Japanese is behind the number, which makes it very difficult.
okay.
Right? So we have to say the 8時から10時まで.
But then,
Because-
then make no sense if I say hachichi made juji ni.
That would mean until 8 p.m. at 10 o'clock. Thank you, I study. So I study until 8 o'clock at 10 p.m. Full stop. Then does it make sense? I study until 8 p.m. Then at 10 p.m. full stop. Because ni is at 10 p.m. Made is until So until 8 p.m. at 10 p.m. So it's like you're excluding the 8 to 10. You see? Right, so doesn't and then 10 o'clock at 10 p.m. So at 10 p.m. you start studying then until what time you end, like we never mentioned. So in that case, if the phrasing is as if like you excluded 8 to 10. Okay, so we still try to use kara made. No questions? Next page. 今朝何を飲みましたか?
I know it's milk, but please correct my pronunciation.
Uh-huh.
今日milkを飲みました.
Okay.
I don't know how to read the milk.
It's okay. This is G-Y-U-U, right? How do you pronounce this? G-Y-U-U. Gu, then N-Y-U-U. New. So new. Milk lah. New. No, okay what, easy what. New. Yeah lah, something like that lah. Yeah. Okay, new. Okay. So her answer is 牛乳を飲みました. Right? 牛乳を飲みました. Yes, question 4. いつ新聞を読みますか?
I don't know if the particle is correct.
Try.
昼休みに読みます.
We don't need a particle.
Oh.
See? 昼休み no number, right?
Oh.
So no number we don't need a particle. 昼休み読みます. 昼休み読みます. Okay? 昼休み読みます. Okay, next. 昨日の晩何をしましたか Yes, Jinkun.
手紙を書きます。
Okay, 手紙を書きます。Right letter. 手紙を書きます。
ました
Oh, sorry, yes, it's past tense.
Past tense.
しました past tense. I didn't catch that. Thank you.
Last
Yeah, 手紙を書きました。手紙を書きました。Number 6. どこで勉強しますか
学校で勉強します。
Thank you. 学校で勉強します。学校で勉強します。Awesome. Right, at school I study. Okay, next part. So they want us to form the question. Right, so who is next? Is it Sri? Okay, so the answer is パンと卵
卵を食べます。Question is 何を食べますか
very good. Right, 何を食べますか The question here is 何. So 何を食べますか Very good. Now question 2, the answer. The question. You want me to read the answer? No need.
I wrote.
What is your question?
Well, I wrote the question, but I forgot to write the Roman G.
Oh,
どこで日本語と日本語を勉強しますか
okay. どこで Right, どこで日本語を勉強しますか Okay, どこで where the location. Right, どこで日本語を勉強しますか Next. Number 3 question.
I do number 4.
Okay, sure. Okay, sure. So number 4. あの店で Yeah, what is your answer for number 4? Your question, I mean.
I cannot read my writing.
It happens. Can? Ian? You want I take a look?
I do number 5.
Oh, sure. Okay. Sure. Number 5 question.
明日何をしますか
Okay, very good. 何をしますか Right? Because the answer is I never do anything. Right? So the question must be what you do lah. So 何をしますか Present tense, because it's not past tense. So しますか Okay, that's number 5. Then we go back to number 3. Jinkun, your question?
昨日何をしましたか
昨日何をしましたか Very good. Right, yesterday, what did you buy? However, the underline is 昨日, right? So technically you're supposed to ask when. So you want to try again?
When is 誰
That is who? When is? Yeah.
いつ
Yeah, it's. Okay, try again.
いつ何を起きました
No, you repeat the non-underlined part. いつ花いつ花
いつ花を
買い
買いま
ま
し
した
た
か
買いました
か The question, huh? Okay, so the underline is 昨日, so we need to change the duration, the date actually. So we don't, because 昨日 is yesterday, so
Oh, so that's what you mean by make questions asking the underline. So I don't get it. Those like
But I mean his question is not wrong, it's just that he didn't answer the question. This part wants you to change the underline part to the question. Right, so いつ花を買いましたかいつ花を買いましたか That should be the question. Right, then number 4, あの店で
then like that, then I need to change it because now then I understand what it means by underline. So
Oh.
that means
Okay, so you want to try?
should be Toko.
どこ
来てを買いました
What's the particle? どこ
Should I use it?
Yeah,
どこで
just replace the in front
どこ
part.
で来てを買いました。
か right? Doko de, right? We just change the front part to doko de, right? Doko de kite wo kaimashita ka?
I can use dochira.
No, we want to ask like where. Unless you say dochira no mise de. Like which store, right? If you want to change to which store, it will become dochira no mise de. Right, we need the no. Right, dochira no. Because if you think of it in Chinese, is 哪一个的店. Right, so どちらの店で切手を買いましたか? Okay, this is good. Part 1. 3 again, right? Is it 3? Ah, yeah, I finished. Okay, 誰と東京. Just tell me a particle. 誰と京都、東京。
東京へ行きますか?
Right, because of the ikimas, right? So it's an a.
Right.
Okay, number 2. Nan. Sorry? Nande, right? Because it's how, right? To go to company. Number 3. Kino nani. Oh, right? Because it's a verb at the end, right? Nomimashita ka, so it has to be an interactive, our direct object, particle o. 4. Doko. De. Very good. There, right? So it's a place of action. Place of action for taking photo. So doko de 写真を撮りますか? Correct? Everybody okay? Number 5. 明日どこ? Yes, Serene. どこも. Yes, because I never go anywhere. So どこも行きません. MO. Number 6. 私は日本の横浜.
私は日本の横浜から来ました.
Very good. から来ました. Right, from. Number 7. 友達と. Right, accompaniment. 友達と. Right, accompaniment. Very good. Number 8. こんにちは。私の名前. Same person. Yes, Ian. 名前. We will each take one sentence. Wow, you copy her or you write wow also? Okay, 私の名前. So why we use no is because 私 is a noun, 名前 is a noun. So noun and noun in between we should use a no. Next one, why we use wa, right? We are doing the introduction of yourself. So my name is, right? My name is the subject here. So my name is, then we use wa. Is Kimura です. 先月飛行機. Yes, Jin-kun? 飛行機. で来ました日本 something yes Jin-kun
Ni.
日本に来ました okay if you want to use ni or you want to use e over here is fine alright but of course the best is ni lah but we cannot say 日本で
But the English sentence is I came from Japan, so Nihon kara.
oh sorry came from Japan sorry
Yeah.
so there's only one because it's from Japan so it has to be から来ました my apologies yes okay 日本から来ました yeah because the translation sorry I never saw the translation the translation says from so we have to use from right it's not that he came to Japan it's more like he came from Japan okay Tan-san yes
私の友達です。
very good Tan-san は私の友達です okay next sentence yes 3 Tan-san
Tan-san wa
Tan-san は
kuni wa
国は we can have two wa in sentence we only have one subject how come we have two wa so one of you have to change
kuni no
国のシンガポール
Singapore.
no right it has to be Tan-san no
Tan-san no kuni wa
シンガポールです
Singapore desu.
right so what he means here is the country of Tan is Singapore right if we swap the two positions around right becomes Tan-san wa kuni no Singapore so it becomes Tan-san is Singapore of country doesn't make any sense right so it has to be Tan-san no kuni wa Singapore desu
Singapore desu.
okay next sentence 私
Watashi wa
oh this one is for her 私は
私は昨日
タンさん
タンさんと
と一緒に
一緒にデ
パート。
パートを聞きまし
The last one て。
た。
行きました
Look at the verb, yeah. Look at the verb. The verb is ikimasu. So ikimasu we use え。Okay? So 私は昨日タンさんと一緒にデパートへ来ました。Anybody have other answers or want to debate?
You got A correct.
Sorry? Say.
You correct.
Good, ah? Okay, バス。Yes, Ian. バスと電車。Oh, same mistake. You're making the same mistake as Cecilia. Right, 行きました. So we have to use. Are we using A also?
Is it the
By means of? I came by bus and train. There. Right. So don't blindly see 行きました then you must be A. You have to read the context fully. By come by bus and train. Right. So by is there. Okay. Last sentence. 晩10時半 Yes, 10時半にタクシーでうちへ帰りました。Okay, we use うちへ帰ります because you are far away from home lah. If you use うちに帰ります that means you are just outside the house only. But we are not just outside the house. If you are just outside the house, why you need to call a taxi? Right? So we are far away, so we use へ Right? 10時に at 10:30 Right? Taxi there. By taxi, I go home. I go to home. I go back to home. Anyone want to say anything? Any? Okay, nothing. Answer yourself. Okay, come.
毎朝ご飯を食べません
One more time.
どういう
One more time, one more time.
毎朝ご飯を食べません
食べません。
食べません
食べません means don't fly.
He say 食べ why you say 食べ
You say と
I said お
You ask- you ask-
食べません
or お食べません。I heard 食べません。
I say お食べません maybe
ね
お食べません
I keep hearing that. お食べません。
If I write 食べめま
You say お食べません。
お食べません
Yeah, I caught your O, but the second one was not た. Yeah. Okay, so 朝ごはんを食べますか？いいえ、食べません。何 Well, you say you don't eat, right? You say so 何も食べません。Not お
I never say I don't eat anything ma. I just say I don't eat breakfast what.
I don't. Yeah. So if I ask you what do you eat every day, then if you say I don't eat breakfast, then you need to say 朝ごはんを食べません。Did you put the 朝ごはん
Yeah.
Okay, good.
But also can say just the one that you say.
Yeah, 何も食べません。I never eat anything. Okay, so whichever you want, whichever you can lah. But you need to have different words. For yours, you need to add the word 朝ごはん。For the second one that I said, I need to say 何も食べません。Okay, number 2. 毎週映画を見ますか？
はい。毎週映画を見ます。
Okay, はい、見ます。はい、見ます。Right, so usually all this kind of open-ended question, I would prefer if you add something, try to practice other grammar. So for example, はい、毎週恋人と見ます。Something like that. So you try to use other grammar forms and try to test whether it works with this answer. Right, so in this case, I give you an example which can use と, right, with girlfriend. Okay, next, number 3. 何曜日に日本語を勉強しますか？
はい、毎日です。
You don't need to say hi. They never ask you whether you study Japanese every day. They ask you what day do you study Japanese. So you don't need to say hi. Alright? So you just need to say 毎日勉強します。
If I want to say I use something to study, like I'm using the Duolingo to study.
That one is higher level already. I'm using this to do this. Right? So this one we need to use the te form. That one we will learn in E2. 4. 何時に誰と何で教室へ来ますか？ 3 questions.
9時に友達とバス来ます。
Bus what?
There.
Why you remove my particle just now?
Oh.
Alright, keep the particle there. Okay, 9時に for her is 9 o'clock. 9時に with friends お友達と by bus. So バスで、来ます。Right?
I need to ask you come whether by bus then.
いや、なんで There's a なんで
Nande is how.
Yeah, なんで is how lah. So how did you come? So she said, that's why she said by bus. Okay, number 5. 明日何をしますか、ジン君。明日何
映画を見ます。
Okay, 明日映画を見ます。Present tense because it's tomorrow, right? 映画を見ます。No, past, not past tense. It's future, so it's present tense. Okay, any questions about this? Very good. So we finished our homework. We will take a short break, 5 minutes break. Then we will talk about lesson 10 today. And then we will close off the lesson. Yeah.
When you go Japan, you buy those ramen through the either menu or through the machines. The Japanese one will be cheaper than the English one. You encounter a lot of.
Good question. I saw that article recently also. Answer is no. I never really see a difference. The machine, right? Even if you select English or you select Japanese, I have never seen the price is different. So that article, right? I think is really not justifiable. He said, right? The ingredients is different.
Yeah.
Like, huh? So I also sent that to my friend. Then my friend also said this is bullshit lah. No, but he did show a photo of the Japanese people one and the tourist version one. The tourist version got like eggs and more meat. So in a way, yeah lah. Yeah.
But there's also some store that maybe English version is expensive than Japanese version.
That one I also never see before lah. But I usually go Japan, I will request for Japanese menu lah. For me now. Yeah. But that menu discrimination thing, I don't think it happens a lot. It's not very rampant. Yeah. I mean, also some people say once you say you're a tourist and then you want to go into a restaurant, they say, oh sorry, no tourist. Because they don't want to, yeah, they don't want to handle English. So they will reject. That one have. I got see before. But I never experienced before lah, because I speak Japanese anyways.
Those rural area lah.
Yeah, they will reject. I got see my friends gonna reject before. I got hear close people to me also gonna reject before. Like colleagues yeah. I mean no choice because they don't want to, they rather on the side of they don't want to make a mistake. Like for example, you never ordered this, but then they misunderstand as you ordered that, then who's gonna pay? Right? So they just refuse in general. Then there's also some that ostracize Chinese tourists so the moment you speak Chinese, they're like, sorry, please get out. Yeah. Even though if you're speaking Japanese to the lady. So those are a bit discriminative. They are very patriotic to their country, or rather they don't want to serve China tourists, they don't want to boycott Chinese tourists.
But for China people also working down there. Like you go to streets.
Yeah.
All in China.
You'll be surprised. Japan is one of the more commonly China migration places. Most of them migrate to Korea or Japan.
Do we count as Chinese people who cannot go in?
Sorry?
Do we count as Chinese people who cannot
Good question.
As long as you don't speak Japanese, then you don't care.
I think you just speak English in Japan safer. I go to Japan, I don't speak Chinese.
Even if you speak English, sometimes they also like.
I will try not to speak Chinese. Because some people might not like Chinese people at all. Then they will discriminate you. They will try to pick on you. Yeah. So I will try not to speak. Yeah. Even I go to buffet, I try not to speak Chinese also. Later they'll give me less food or they restrict me this, restrict me that. Don't want Yeah, so troublesome. I'd rather not speak Chinese in Japan. If I have to, I'll speak English.
Is there any place that you try on the clothes? Then you don't buy, then you not happy?
I usually go to Uniqlo or GU and I pick my clothes by myself. Yeah, they don't care also. Yeah, they don't really care. I go to high-end shop like Calvin Klein. I go to Tommy Hilfiger. That one also no problem.
Then you go to CDG. You know the heart shape one, the one the Playcom, that's Gascon.
Not really
If
sure.
you know Maybe we went to that shop, then I tried on my t-shirt, white t-shirt lah. After that I say, oh, I tried, I don't want to buy, I don't like it, then I give her, then her face like turn bigger.
I think sometimes it's the way we dress lah. So for example, we dress like Singaporean, we dress very easily, right? We just like anything slippers and then shorts, then go inside the shop. So to them it's like they already start to look down on you already. Then you try that shirt, then it just makes you look like very bad lah. Like they already know that you're not gonna buy. But when you ask for the shirt, they
Thought you want to buy.
yeah, they thought you are rich, just that you dress down. But in the end, maybe you try just for fun and then you waste their time lah. They feel like you waste their time.
They very service oriented. They don't
No.
show this kind of thing.
No.
Because white colours usually don't let you try.
No. Tommy Hilfiger in Shinsaibashi, Osaka, staffed by Chinese people.
Oh.
There's only 2 Japanese staff or 1 Japanese staff only.
But if it's Japanese style, then usually they very service oriented.
Yes. But I will tell you, all this service facing one has been taken over by Chinese people. Because most of the tourists in Japan is who? Right? China, Korea. Japanese people will not go to these kind of places one. So why would they staff Japanese people at all the touristy places? Right? They can't even speak Chinese, can't even speak Korean, can't even speak English. So that's why those who look down on you might not be Japanese.
No, no, but if they are Chinese, usually they will. I mean, if they are Chinese working there, they usually will say, you speak Chinese? Then they will start talking to us in Chinese. But if they don't ask this kind of question, most likely they are Japanese.
True lah. But I just one time I went to Tommy Hilfiger in Osaka lah. I went in, then I said I wanted to buy something. Then they show me around. Then I see. Then I take out, I see the price. Okay. Tommy Hilfiger in Japan can be very cheap. Okay? But that particular jacket is like 4 times more than everywhere else. Then I try on. Because I just want to see the cut again. Then after that, because I'm going to buy another place now. Then I put back. Same thing, they're not happy. So, and they not happy, they like that, right? But I know they're Chinese. Because at the back end, I hear her speak Chinese with the other stuff. So, okay lah. I know you're Chinese stuff, you're not Japanese
But
stuff.
when you speak to them in Japanese?
No, English. I just say, can I take a look? Yeah. They say, yeah. So, it happens lah. Especially the touristy area, I will avoid them. I will avoid buying things at the tourist area. So I usually like to go to premium outlets to buy Tommy Hilfiger because I like the brand and I like how their designs are. So for me, the cheapest one so far is a place called Matsuyama. That one is you have to take a ferry from Hiroshima across to the Shikoku. Shikoku is the over there. So this is Shikoku. This so far the cheapest Tommy Hilfiger I found is here, Matsuyama. Here. Osaka airport is here. Fukuoka airport is here. So it's not even near anywhere. So that shop is really meant by Japanese people. And they have tax free also. So it was so funny, right? Because I went in, I speak Japanese. Then after that, I want to buy something. Then I went to cashier. Then I took out my passport. Then I say, tax free, please. Then she stunned. Because 1, she never do tax free before. Then 2, she wasn't expecting this guy who speaks Japanese fluently to actually want to buy in tax free. So she was very shocked lah. So in the end, I was the one who helped her to do the tax free because I've seen what Uniqlo people do ma. It's the same device. So I just took over the device, I just press, then I take photo, then I just did everything for her and I said, oh, thank you very much. so I did the tax free myself. Yeah, of course I show her I taught her what am I doing lah. So I teach her how to use though. It's just that the area is very secluded, and then there's a premium outlet. Then she also don't know how to use. Then I just I did before I help you lah.
Like Okinawa, a very rural place.
Yeah.
Very tourist. You went to Okinawa?
I haven't been there before. It's the last place in Japan I haven't been before. I've been for everything already. On the mainland, Hokkaido, all went before already. Just Okinawa, I haven't been there before. Yeah. The southern part of Japan I also been there already, except the island lah. All the islands below the south. Yeah. Tonight my flight is at 1 AM. I'm flying to Japan tonight. So tomorrow morning I'll be in Tokyo already. Yeah. Shall we continue?
Yes.
Lesson 10 vocabulary. Just repeat after me. So basically, lesson 10, the vocabulary, the first half of it is basically position, right? Where items are, like above, below, side, left side, right side. So we are learning how to give position to items, right? We try to identify where are they, where is their specific location, specific position, right? So we will learn a position particle soon. Okay, but anyways, let's repeat after me. Ue, ue, shita, shita, migi, migi, hidari, hidari, mae, mae, ushiro, ushiro, naka, naka, soto, soto, tonari, tonari, soba, soba, aida, aida, mannaka, mannaka, 近く、近く、腕時計、腕時計、庭、庭、男の人、男の人、女の人、女の人、男の子、男の子、女の子、女の子、自動車、自動車。Okay, 自動車 doesn't really mean car, it just means automobile or rather vehicles. Okay, not necessarily mean car, it just means like vehicles or automobile. Next, 熱、熱、あります、あります、います、います、わかります、わかります、いります、いります、かかります、かかります、よく、よく、少し、少し、たくさん、たくさん。Right, the U is silent, huh? 全然、全然、に、に。Right, this is the existence particle, which is what I mentioned, the positional particle. Right? が、が、時間、時間。Okay, so we'll learn lesson 10 grammar. Okay, there's two ways to say this, but the two ways has different emphasis. Okay, so first one. 教室に椅子があります。Right, so 教室に椅子があります。So, に, as I mentioned, right, is like in the classroom. So, in classroom, chair があります。And I also mentioned to you, が is our object particle. So, whatever is before that is the object that we want to mention in this sentence. So, 教室に in classroom, 椅子があります。So, あります means have. Right? あります means have. Like existence, like it exists, there is, that thing is there, it exists, right? あります。So, 教室に椅子があります。So, in classroom, there is a chair. So, we're emphasizing on the chair. Right? So, 椅子 is chair. So, we're emphasizing on the chair. Okay? Then we go down to number 2 below. Scroll all the way down. Like on number 2, 椅子は, right, all the way below on the bottom of the page. I will go back up later. 椅子は教室にあります. Alright, so about the chair, in the classroom it exists. Right, so there, the chair is in the classroom. So over here we're emphasizing the chair. Previously I said it's not focusing on the chair. The previous one was focused on the classroom. The location is in the classroom. So number 1 is emphasizing in the classroom. Number 2 is emphasizing the item, the chair. Right? Because now the chair becomes the topic, the subject of the sentence. So, 椅子は教室にあります。So, why you need to use kono? Where's there? Oh, you mean the number 1, huh? There is a chair. But there is a chair, it's not soko. This there is not the there that we know. Yeah. So, of course you can also say そこへ椅子があります. That means that over there got chair. Okay? But anyways, we don't. It's a different there lah. This there is a chair. This there is not that there over there. That kind of there. It's a different there. Okay, but anyways, the difference in the two sentence, right, is the different emphasis, right? The first one is emphasizing on the location, which is in the classroom. The second one, right, we have wa. So 以是 wa means we are talking mainly about the chair. The chair is the subject. Okay, so this is the two difference. You all understand the two difference, huh? So you can see the particle changes, 以是 wa versus 以是 ga. Right? So the first one places the chair as the object, the second one places the chair as the subject. So the subject and object will tell you which one is the main focus of the sentence. Okay? So that means the way the person can ask, where is the chair? Or what is in the classroom? So when we ask what is in the classroom, your emphasis should be the chair. Right? So if I ask the question, the answer will be the second one. Chair is in classroom. Right? For example, I ask you, where is the chair? Then chair is in classroom. What is in classroom? In the classroom there is a chair. Right? So the way of replying to the question is different question. So far so good, huh? When we go back to number 1. So over here we have arimasu and also imasu. The differences is arimasu is for non-animated object, dead objects. Imasu is for living objects. More specifically, adult humans. Right? So some Japanese people, some textbook, they will use arimasu for pets, animal, children. That's normal. Right? But if you are referring to a person, always try to use imasu. The rule of thumb is anything that moves, just use imasu. Okay? Unless you want to mean I have a dog. Then have, or rather a dog exists there. If you want to say the dog exists, then inu ga imasu. If you want to say I have a dog, inu ga arimasu. Right? So it's a different meaning. This arimasu can mean existence for non-living thing. It can also mean possession, have. So, but anyways, a rule of thumb is everything can use arimasu, but when you have a human person, we try to use imasu. Okay, a human person. Okay, so let's look at example number 1. Niwa ni hana ga arimasu. So niwa ni, right? Ni is in the garden, right? In garden, hana ga. So hana ga is our object, right? Hana is the object here. So flower arimasu. There is, right? So there is flower in garden. There is flower in garden. So the question for this will be, so in the garden got what? Right? That will be the way of question here.
What's the other pronunciation for the hana? Because I remember you say hana.
Not very important at this point in time, but as in if you want to know, then it's hana is nose. Flower. Hana is flower. Hana is nose. Right? Okay, so moving on to number 2. Anyway, don't be too stuck up on the pronunciation. It's okay to pronounce it wrongly. You are just very basic learner.
Number 1, if we put like arimasu ka, then it's actually saying there are flowers in the garden.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, lor. Number 2. Uketsuke ni onna no hito ga imasu. So uketsuke ni, that means it's not really in the reception, it's like at the reception, right? So at the reception, onna no hito means female. There is a female. Right? A female exists there. Number 3, asoko ni. Then this is the soko that you want to ask. Like there what? So we use soko. But we don't use soko, right? Because we already specified the location. For example, number 1 is niwa. Number 2 is uketsuke. So we already specified the location. Why do we still need to use soko and koko? You get it? Unless we don't have the location, then we need to use asoko ni or soko ni or koko ni. Okay, so number 3, asoko ni otoko no hito ga imasu. Okay, there is a male that exists over there. So the new question word is 教室に何がありますか? So what is there in the classroom? Right? What is there in the classroom?
What is the plural form for otoko no hito?
Plural form for what?
Man, that means not just one.
How to say we? How to say we? 私 私たち Remember first lesson? 私たち So man will be 男の人たち Remember?
Also must put the no hito.
Yeah. Because to make it plural is just add the たち one.
Hito no sounds like one person.
Yeah, I thought it's one person.
That's why 人たち男的人们 Get it? Right? How do you say man in Chinese?
男人们
Yeah, exactly. Same lah. In Japanese same lah. Just add the たち Then it becomes plural. Right? Okay, yeah, the no hito is optional actually. It's a formal way to refer to man. If you just want to say man, you can just say 男子. 男子 means males. Okay? 男子. 男子. Then for ladies is I forgot already. Wait, 女子. 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 Let me check. No. Ladies. Oh, 男子, 女子, 女子. Oh yeah. 女子 without the U. So
This is the plural form.
no.
Also man.
This means man and woman. So you add the tachi, it becomes multiple lah. Don't have plural. Japanese don't have plural. Like if you want to say the frogs, kairu tachi. Yeah, the cats, neko tachi.
Oh.
We don't say neko is there's no s, then you become plural. You don't have.
So you must say the production.
猫儿们, right? Right? How do you say cat in multiple plural in Chinese? There's no way also. Okay, back to the question. So 何がありますか? So what is there? Right? A1 says テレビがあります. So there is a TV. Now A2 says 何もありません. Means what also don't have. Right? What also don't have. That means nothing lah. Okay, number 5. 誰がいますか? Right? So います usually refer to human, right? So human we use who. We don't use what, right? So we use who. So 誰がいますか? So who is there?
So Tony outside.
Yeah, so Tony is outside. We'll talk about this so Tony in a while. After the conversation, we'll talk about the position. Okay, number 2. 椅子は教室にあります. So chair is in classroom. Right? So now you focus on the chair. So basically the question is where is the chair? Right? That's why you answer the chair is. So the question must be more of asking where is the chair. That's why your reply has to be more center and focus on the chair. Right? So this will be the question. This will be the answer for 椅子はどこですか? Previously was you focus on the location. So it's more like asking what is at the location. Right? So 教室に何がありますか? So the question will then you reply accordingly lah, to the different emphasis. Same thing, imas means for human exists, right? For human exists, we use imas. So sensei wa kyoushitsu ni imasu, right? Teacher is in the classroom. Then do you recall that we talked about Tanaka is in the toilet? Tanaka-san wa otearai desu. Remember? He is toilet. Then this is where we use that he is in the toilet. He exists in the toilet. Right? So this is the correct way to say that Tanaka-san wa toire ni imasu. Right? So this is the proper one. The one that we learned previously was a bit inappropriate, like he is the toilet. Right? Recall that, Okay. Example 1. Kasa wa genkan ni arimasu. So genkan is front door or entrance. So at the front door entrance, there is umbrella. Right? Umbrella is at the entrance lah. So we are focusing our answer on the umbrella, right? Kasa wa. Right? We are focusing the answer on the umbrella. So the question must be, where is umbrella? Number 2. お田中さんは お手洗いにいます right? He is in the toilet. Yeah, this is the better way to say someone is in the toilet, right? Not he is toilet. New question word number 3. 鍵はどこにありますか? So どこに, right? に is in where, at where, right? We don't say どこでありますか? We also don't say どこへありますか? Right? We use どこにあります. Right? So where is key? A1 says 玄関にあります. A2 says どこにもありません. Right? どこにも. You see the に is not bracketed, not square bracket, so it's not optional. You don't say どこもありません. Okay? I know どこもありません also means the same thing, but we try to have this どこにもありません. That means in where also don't have. Right? That means you really search everywhere already.
どこへも。
どこへも is for larger things. For example, where is the car? Right? So now we're talking about smaller things. So どこにも. So に is like tight, small enclosed places. Like you even どこにも that means you already search all these small tight places also already. どこへも is for bigger object, like where is the car, where is the bus. Right? Then we say どこへもありません. Like it's not anywhere. Right? Then number 4, 田中さんはどこにいますか? Right? So どこ where is he in? Where is he at? Right? He is in the toilet. He is in the garden. 庭にいます. どこにもいません. But we don't say どこへもいません because like he's not anywhere. Have you searched places far away? Why would you search somewhere far away and say that he's not there? Right? We want to search somewhere around him, so に is close by. Right?
So for human, we can only use ni lah, like normally.
No, why? Yeah. So, for example, maybe you want to say like your friend lost in Korea, like maybe he got lost in Korea, and then you went to Korea to find him. Then you can say どこへもありません. どこへもいません. Yeah, because you already covered. Maybe you went to find him, a lost man search for maybe very big place, the whole of Seoul. Then you can use emo. Like you really been to every cook and cranny of Seoul. Right? But if you're trying to find your friend in the house, then we will use Nemo. Right? Because it's a small place. Why would you want to say emo? Air is really for far away and a huge expanded wide area. Right? So we use どこにも if you're just referring to, oh, he's not in the mall. He's not in the house. Right? どこにもいません.
A mall is also considered a mall also.
It's not very big. It's nearby.
Shopping mall.
Emo is really like geographically very big. Right? You search in like Itaewon, you search in like
Country lah.
yeah, Dongdaemun, you search everywhere. Yeah, like you search everywhere already, all the big places. Right? He's not there. Okay. Let's go on to the next one. Number 3, expression of detailed places. So all these, yes, have to memorize. They show the position of where items are. Right? So for example, okay, there's no picture here, but basically we have a box. Right? If the item is above the box, we say 箱の上にあります.
箱 is box.
箱 is box. 箱の上にあります. Right? The に is the positional particle here. So 上にあります means it is on top of the box.
箱の means?
箱の what?
箱の is on the box.
箱の上.
箱の上 is on the box.
Yeah.
箱に
箱 is box.
箱に
箱に is in the box.
in the box.
Yeah. Right? So we don't really say 箱に. No, wait. 箱, we don't say 箱に. Wait, 箱に item put in, right? I put in the box. But we are not learning in the box. Put in the box, Wait. We are trying to say position of items. Okay? Where are items, okay? 箱の上に. So 箱の上 simply means top related to box. Top of box. Right? So I told you already, this no is always a affiliation, right? So A, no, B means B related to A. So in this case, where is above, right? So no is above of box. So if we continue reading like that, next is start. So bottom of box. Naka, inside. Inside of box. Right? Inside of box. Soto, outside. Right? Outside of box. So far so good?
Oh, so you need animals.
Yes. So this is just, think of it as, like just now we say the location, 教室にいます right? 教室. It's just that the word 教室, we change it with this 箱の上. So 箱の上にあります right? It exists above the box. Okay, we'll look at more sentences below. First, understand these 3 words first. Don't jump into making sentences yet. Okay, next. 箱の前, right? Means 前 is front. So front of box. 後ろ is behind. So behind of box. 右 is right. So right of box. Left of box, 左. 箱の隣. 隣 means beside. So beside of box. Right? Soba means, okay, the difference between 隣 and soba. Okay, I can say that, for example, I sit down here. Shui is 隣. He's beside. Soba is when Shui is sitting here. Like both of you all, right? Then you can say soba. Soba is like side by side. Shoulder to shoulder. Right? So soba is side by side. That means they may or may not be physical touch, but they are very close by. That is soba. If it's tonari, it just simply says, oh, it's just beside. Right? There may be no contact. Or it may be quite far away, but they are beside lah. Okay? So soba ni means basically means side by side. Hako no chikaku. So chikaku means nearby. Right? Close or rather close. So nearby of box or close by the box. Right? So 近く. 箱と椅子の隣. So 箱と椅子 is chair. So 箱と is and, right? So 箱と box and chair. Right? Box and chair, no aida. No means relationship, right? So aida means relationship between of, right? Between of box and chair. Right? So it's like in between box and chair lah. Okay, that's aida. Then we have mannaka. So mannaka means the concentric center, right? Exactly in the middle. Right? Then we say mannaka. Right? So that will be middle of box or exactly at the concentric center of the box. Mannaka ni. Right? So the difference between naka is inside, right? Mannaka is exactly center. Right? So the word man simply means exact. Naka means inside. So exactly center, or rather exactly inside center.
So manaka is like center inside the box.
Hako no mannaka means it's like mannaka relating to the box, right? So which means in the exact center of the box.
Then if it's like center outside, then it's
Where got center outside? You teach me how to center outside.
Then the outside, but in the center.
Where?
No, in the box.
Let's say this is.
Outside,
Let me
but
see.
in the center
Okay.
of the box.
So you're saying here lah.
Something like that, yeah.
Then this is what? Front of the box, right?
No, top of the box.
Here?
Then the center.
Yeah. Then on
But
top.
it's outside, ma.
Then on top of the box ah. You
Or
can.
center.
Why would you need to say center? Why would you need to say center on top of the box?
Don't know, eh.
Then you can say. Then you can combine lah. Ue no mannaka. Right. Right. In Chinese we say 上面的中间. Right? Then in that case you combine. Then you combine both position together. Yeah, but why would you want to say so exactly? Alright? This is combine lah. So for example, hako no migi no shita. Migi no shita, right side bottom.
Oh, so we can relate like this lah.
Yeah.
Like
Think of it in Chinese. How do we say things in Chinese, right? It's the same. So yeah, we can combine multiple positions together. Right? So for example, ue, we of course we don't say contradicting position. We don't say it is above and bottom of the box. Huh? Right? Ue no, hako no ue no shita. Ue no shita, huh? So it's up or down. Right? We don't say things that are confusing, that are contradicting each other. Right? However, we can say bottom of right. Right? Bottom of right, that means bottom right. But we don't say up bottom. So where is it? Okay? Of course, we can say outside bottom also lah. Outside center also lah. Okay? Next, just want to talk about this, all these particles. The difference between ni, and de. Alright? So for example, A, 私は教室で勉強します. So this is place of action. Right? 教室で勉強します. So 私は窓の近くで勉強します. So I study nearby the window. Or I study by the window. By near the window. Nearby lah. By close to the window, which is nearby also lah. Nearby the window. Here I study nearby the window. B. 私は日本へ行きます. So I go to Japan. So 私は田中さんの右へ行きます. I go to the right of Tanaka. Right? This is where we use a. Last. 部屋に犬がいます. So 部屋に means in the room, right? In room, got dog. The next one. 自動車の前に. Right? So this no 前に, this ni is just a positional particle that is located in front of the car. So 前に犬がいます. We don't say 前で or 前へ. Right? Because this is a positional, we need to use the positional particle ni. Okay, so of course the miki is a positional also, but you haven't even reached the place yet. You're not even at the place yet. You are going to the right of this person. Going to the right. Right? You're not even at the right yet. That's why we say A is okay. Okay? And then the first one, A, by the window, is the place of action. Because your action is benkyoushimasu. So your action is study. Right? So we say there, place of action. So the place of action and the directional particle A also takes their own respective priority in the sentences here lah. Okay? So we look at example 1. 机の上にリンゴがあります. So 机の上, table above, right? So above table, リンゴがあります. So got apple. Right? So the position is 机の上. The ni just tells us where's the position. Okay, リンゴがあります. So we use があります because あります means have. Have what? Have object, right? So the object needs to be denoted, need to be marked out by the が, which is our object particle. So this is why が is here. Number 2. 銀行の隣に郵便局があります. So 隣に, right, beside of the bank. Then what is there? 郵便局. Right, the object here is 郵便局, the post office. Then we look at number 5. 銀行は駅の近くにあります. So 近くにあります, right? Nearby the station, nearby of station, there is a bank. Number 6. 公園は病院の前にあります. So about the park, in front of the hospital, have or exist. Okay, now we move on to the next one, number 4. 私は車があります. So in this case, is to show possession, right? To show that you possess this thing. I have this thing, right? So 車があります. So previously we learned the あります was existential, like it was just saying that this thing exists there. It doesn't mean possession, right? It just means that thing exists there. Now I want to say that I have possession of this thing, right? So 車があります. Sorry? 私の車があります. My car have what? Okay, if you change this to no, right, it becomes my car have. Your car have what? No. Then who is the subject here? For example, my friend. My friend wa, right? My friend wa, 私の車があります. My friend has my car. My friend has my car. Right? My car. 私の車. ga arimasu. So the subject here is become my friend. So if we cancel my friend, my car. So my friend has my car. So we remove my friend. Has my car. Who has your car? Where's your subject? So this is why we cannot use no. Doesn't make sense, right? So that's why I have car. I have a car. Right? My friend have my car. So we always need to have the subject. Who has the car? Right? We need to know who is the one having the car.
私の比喩先生、これは私の車。
Yeah, that one learned in lesson 2. Yeah.
Is it like if you want to use the 私の lah?
There's no watashi no, right? I don't hear any watashi no from your answer. これは私の車. This is my car. Yeah. Then there's no more arimasu. Then there's no arimasu in your question. You never add the arimasu. How do you add arimasu when you say this is my car? This is my car. Have. This have my car.
Then you can say watashi no kuruma desu.
Watashi no kuruma desu. My car desu. So what are you trying to say?
So this watashi no kuruma desu, like this is my car.
No, yeah, this is my car.
Okay, this is saying I have a car.
Yes, this is specifying that you own a car. Right? I have a car. Different. This is my car versus I have a car. It's different. This is a car. This is my car versus I have a car. Both means possession, yes. But the way of phrasing is different. Right? Same as English. You tell me what is the difference between I have a car and this is my car. No difference, right? So yeah, it's just different way of saying it. So this arimasu is just to show that possession. Okay, so I have a son. So musuko ga imasu. Living thing, so we use imasu. I have a son. Versus this is my son. これは息子です. This is my son. これは息子です. Oh, this is my son. Plus, that means your son has to be physically present. But if you're just chatting, say that, you have son. Oh, I have son also. Your son don't need to be present, right? I have a son. Right? We don't say like, oh, this is my son, but your son not even there, right? Okay, so the way of usage is a bit different. This one, we can say it without the physical thing being there, right? I have a car. I just say I have possession of a car. But the car is don't need to be there. But if you want to say, これは私の車です. This is my car. Then you need to have the car beside you. Alright? Example 1. 彼は携帯電話があります. So he has a phone. Number 2. 彼女は韓国人の恋人がいます. So 韓国人の恋人. Korean lover. Right? So he has a Korean lover がいます. So she owns a Korean lover. Or she has a Korean lover. Number 3. 私は今熱があります. So 熱 is fever. So got fever, right? Have fever. We somewhat own the fever lah. We got fever, we use あります. Right? I have a fever. Number 4. 自転車がありますか? So you have bicycle? Right? Have bicycle? A1 says はい、あります。いいえ、ありません. Right? いいえ、ありません. And then you look below, they say いいえ、自転車はありません. So ありません means no have. So 自転車 about bicycle, no have. Which means like, oh, bicycle, no have. Okay, number 5. So these are verbs that just now I was mentioning at the start of the class. Transitive and intransitive verb. So we will call all these verbs intransitive. So intransitive means passive. Right? We don't need to physically do anything. Right? We are passive. So in this case, number 1, 私は日本語がわかります. わかります means to understand. Alright? So to understand, you need to have something to understand. Alright? And then to understand is also something that is, you don't need to do anything. Oh yeah, I understand. Right? So it's passive. So in this case, we say が. So 日本語がわかります.
You no longer use O.
No, we don't say 日本語をわかります. We don't do anything physical to it. Yeah. So がわかります. Think of it as I own the knowledge. I have the knowledge. Right? わかります. To understand. Yeah. 勉強します is physical, so we need to use を勉強します. Okay? So 日本語がわかります。Right? I understand the Japanese. 私はお金がいります。So いります means to need. So if you need something, that means you need an object. So the object is what? Then we need to represent the object by using the ga particle. The ga will tell you the object that we want is in front. Right? So お金 is the object here. お金がいります。So I need money. Right? How do you express need? How do you do a physical action to need? There's no way, right? So in this case, we will determine this as intransitive, a passive one. Okay? Not that you don't need to do anything or it doesn't concern you, more like it is a passive verb. That's why we use ga. Okay? For example, number 1. マレーシアはマレー語がわかります。So, I understand Malay. Right? マレー語がわかります。Number 2. 中国語がわかりません。So 中国語 is our object here that we don't understand. Right? 中国語がわかりません。Number 3. 私は腕時計がいります。So I need a wristwatch. Right? 腕時計がいります。So all these verbs, わかります、いります is all passive. So we use ga instead of o. Because you can't perform the action. Right? You just, I want, I need, right? I understand. So all these are passive. Next. はい、わかります。いいえ、わかりません。わかりません means don't understand. Okay. I understood. いいえ。はい、わかりました。Past tense. We can also change to past tense also. Right? I didn't understood. わかりませんでした。Right? I didn't understood.
If we want to say I don't need,
Don't need.
いりません。
Yeah, いりません。Yeah. How we change the verb last time also same. Okay, number 6. These are what we call adverbs. So adverbs in English are words that describe the intensity of something. Like how to what extent is it very big? How tall is it? Like, these are what we call adverbs. We learned before. Now we're just emphasizing again. So adverbs are things that does not affect. Okay, they're just intensity. They just intensify things only. Like, wow, very hot. We don't need to change the grammar form because of this adverb. Right? So whatever sentence we have, for example, 私はご飯を食べます. Right? We don't need to change any particle in this sentence. We can add in the adverb. Where do we add in the adverb? We will see next. So what are some of the adverbs here? Number 1, we have 大変、とても、すごく. Learned before already, right? Number 2, よく. Also learned before already, right? Number 3, たくさん is the new one, right? So たくさん means countable stuff a lot, right? Countable stuff a lot. Usually it refers to countable stuff lah.
Water counter.
水たくさんあります. Have, yeah, can. Okay, why do we say so? Because たくさん is usually, it can be a lot of, like many, or it can be much as well. But water, you have to store it in tanks, right? So maybe we can say that we have many tanks of water. Right? So most of the time, this たくさん is for counting quantity. Right? Quantity. Then the one above, right? Very and much, right? Or well, often, right? We have different uses for them also. Like, do you say like, I have a lot of water? Then you replace the word a lot with well. I have well water. No, right? Then versus, I understand Japanese well. I understand Japanese a lot. Can we really say a lot? I mean, how do you measure you know how much Japanese? Right? So we don't say we understand Japanese a lot. So there are some situations where we can use, we cannot use certain adverbs, we can use certain adverbs. Alright? Next, number 4. 少し is a little, ちょっと is a few. Number 5, we have learned this before. あんまり and そんなに. Right? We learned it before, right? The thing is, when we use this, we need to end with a negative. We need to end with a negative if we are using this. Number 6, zen zen, which means not at all. Right? This also has to be paired with a negative. Okay? So not at all. So basically how we use zen zen is the same as how we use amari and sonnani. So we will look at the examples below. Number 1, 私はお金がたくさんあります. So I have a lot of money. 私はお金が少しあります. I have little bit money. Right? Do you see that the ga here doesn't change at all? We use ga because of the arimasu. Right? The ga is really affiliated to the arimasu at the back. So in the middle, we insert in our adverb. It does not change anything. It doesn't change the structure. It does not change any of the grammar particle. We just insert it only.
This sukoshi cannot put chotto arimasu, right?
Okay, wait that one we'll go to that in a while. Okay. Number 5. 彼は日本語がよくわかります。Right? よく means understand well. Right? But we don't say understand, very understand. Right? We cannot change よく to とても, right? 日本語がとてもわかります。I very understand Japanese. We can't use とても here, right? Yeah. So that's one. I will tell you when we can use what. We will have a table. I will have a table later. Number 6. 彼は日本語がちょっとわかります。Right? Understand a little bit. Of course, we can use 少し also lah. Later we will see what we can use what. 彼は日本語がそんなにわかりません。Right? Don't understand Japanese that much. 全然わかりません。Not at all. Don't understand Japanese at all. Okay? Then number 9. 今日はとても暑いです。Right? とても is very. But we cannot change とても to よく暑いです。It is often hot. Okay? It makes sense. If you want to say it's often hot. But we don't say 今日. Right? We can say シンガポールはよく暑いです。That Singapore is often hot. That is okay. But we don't say today is often hot. What do you mean by today is often hot? Right?
Not hot, not hot.
No. Okay, then 少し暑いです。Okay? あまり暑くないです。So あまり must use the negative form, right? So あまり暑くない。全然暑くない。Not hot at all. Number 13. 日本がとても好きです。Right? 好き is an adjective. So とても好きです。Then next one. 日本が少し好きです。Like little bit. Right? 日本がそんなに好きじゃありません。Don't really like Japan. And then 全然好きじゃありません。Don't like Japan at all. Right? Number 17. We can ask to what extent by using this question word called どのくらい. So どのくらい is also pronounced as どのぐらい. I will use the ぐらい more often. So why got difference between くらい and ぐらい? Because of Osaka and Tokyo lah. The Osaka people will use the くらい. The Tokyo people will use the ぐらい. So it's just different region use different one. But both is understandable. For me, I quite used to using ぐらい. So I'll use くらい. Okay? If you want to use くらい also can. So 漢字がどのくらいわかりますか? So to what extent do you understand 漢字? To how much do you understand 漢字? Okay, so this is the question. Then you can answer よくわかります。少しわかります。あんまりわかりません。全然わかりません。Right, so all this will be, you can refer to the front page on how to answer using all those. Like you have very, not so very, not so, and not at all. Right, so you have learned 4 levels of how to mention stuff. Okay, so please memorize those. Number 18, シンガポールがどのくらい好きですか? So どのくらい how much 好き is like. So how much you like. Right? How much you like Singapore. Right? So すごく好きです。Right? すごく means very like. So I love it a lot. Right? I love it a lot. We don't really say yeah, die also can lah. Okay. Number 7. Let's move on to the next section. I'll come back to 6 in a while. We just finished number 7. That's the last one already. Okay. シンガポールから日本まで飛行機で right, there is the by aircraft, by means of aircraft 6時間ぐらいかかります。I want to emphasize on this 時間. So this 間 is just to emphasize duration. So when we say 6時 means what? 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock can describe time, eh? I want to say 6 hours. So 6 hours 6時間. So this 間 makes everything in front becomes a period, becomes a duration. For example, 1 week. Okay, you haven't learned 1 week yet. Did we? 1 week. Not yet, we haven't learned. We will learn that in E2. But anyways, basically 1 week we put the 間 behind, it becomes a 1 week duration, 1 week period. Right? Now I don't think we learned 1 week already. That one's in E2. Okay? So basically 6時間. Then or we can use minute as well. But 5 minutes, we don't really say 5分間. 5分間 means like period of 5 minutes or within 5 minutes. Right? So usually we say 5 minutes ぐらいかかります is fine. But however, for hours, we cannot say 6時ぐらいかかります. 6時 is like, it takes about 6 o'clock. Doesn't make sense, right? But we need to specify it takes about 6 hours. So that how to make these hours is just to add this 間. It becomes a duration. So 6時間, 6 hours duration. Then if you are not sure whether it's exactly 6 hours, we add this word ぐらい. Right? It means about. Right? It becomes about. So about 6 hours period. About 6 hours duration. Then the last word, かかります. So かかります, translation for this simply means, you can read the second line afterwards. かかります means it takes, bracket time. So it means it takes time, or it can also mean it costs money. Because the money is bracketed. Okay? So かかります only used for two situations. How much is the time? How much is the money? Right? But of course, most of the time people use it to ask for time. Because money, we have another way to ask. Remember? How to ask for money? How much money? いくら. Right? いくらですか? Right? That is to ask how much for money. So people usually use that instead of かかります. So かかります is more of use for time. Right? But not anything else. Cannot say like how far is it, we don't use かかります. Only measurement for time we use かかります. Okay? Example 1. 私の家から right, from my house 学校まで right, to home で30分くらいかかります. So it takes about 30 minutes. So 30分 right, 30 minutes ぐらい. So about 30 minutes take. Right, かかります means it takes. So if you read it from the back, it takes about 30 minutes. Right? So for the Japanese way, they write it the other way around from English lah. So for English, you read from the back to the front. For Japanese, you read from 30 minutes about it takes. Yeah, so the sentence structure is as such. Number 2. ここから植物園まで. Right? So from here to the botanics, 地下鉄で. So 地下鉄 means underground metal. Literally underground metal. Subway lah. Okay? Subway, by subway. どのくらいかかりますか? So どのくらいかかりますか? How long does it take? Right? How long does it take? Sorry?
どのぐらい?
The K and the G, is it? I mentioned before.
No, we can use ぐらい also.
Yeah! The difference is because of the region. So it doesn't matter you use くらい or ぐらい. Both is the same thing.
In written also can be G or
Yes. Yes, it's just the region thing. It's just the Osaka and Tokyo thing. Both is the same. Okay, there's nothing that says you cannot use kurai or use gurai. Yeah, both is same. That's why you say they use interchangeably. Okay, next. The A replies 15分ぐらいかかります. Right, so 15分, 15 minutes, it takes. So it takes about 15 minutes. Okay, so that's all for this grammar page. Just stay where you are. Wait. I just want to show you something. Where is it? Is it this one? Okay. You want to take photo or you want me to send this to the group afterwards also can. Okay, so basically what all this means here is as such, right? So adverbs, they have different type. Whether is it for degree or is it for quantity, they are different. Okay, so you can see よくわかります but we cannot say たくさんわかります right? So we cannot interchange the position here. Okay, we can say 少しわかります we can also say 少しあります that is okay. This 少し can be used on both sides. right? Of course, we also have this thing called daitai. Daitai means roughly. It means roughly. Just right here. Roughly. Right? Roughly. So roughly wakarimasu. Right? Daitai wakarimasu. Roughly understand. Right? Daitai wakarimasu. So, yeah lah. Yoku is for degree. Quantity is for taksa. Taksa is for quantity. Then the negative one, you can see amari and amari. Both sides got amari. Means we can use it for both sides. So we can use it for degree of. We can use it for quantity of. Yeah. Right? So if you want to take photo of this table, feel free to. Like which one can use over there, which one can use over here. Right? I can send this to the group as well lah. Okay?
Roughly, roughly, can I say I roughly know speak a bit?
やら、大体話す。大体わかります。日本語は大体わかります。So I understand Japanese roughly. Okay? Yeah, so I just wanted to show this table. I will send this to the group later. Yeah. So basically, some can use. The reason why some cannot be used over there is because they are specifically only for degree. Then why the quantity one cannot use for degree? Because they are also specific to only quantity. Right? Taksa. Okay, yes, let's go back to the textbook. Last one, the passage. Okay, I will explain this, then we end the day. Okay, lesson 10, between two persons, Kimura-san and Lim-san. Lim-san, 中国語の辞書はどこにありますか? So 中国語 is Chinese language. Okay, Chinese language 辞書. So dictionary that is in Chinese language. Right? So どこにありますか? So where is it? Right? 机の上に. Right? So it means on the table. ありませんでしたか? Right? ありませんでした. Don't have meh. Right? In English, don't have meh. Right? So they are asking the negative way. It's like ありますか? Right? Got or not? Versus ありませんか? Don't have meh. Right? So case is 探しましたけど. 探しました comes from the word 探します. So 探します means to look for or to find. Right? This is to find. So 探しました means I tried to found. I tried to found. Right? I tried to go and find. けど. So this けど is basically but. So 探してましたけど I already tried to find, but then he says ありませんでしたよ. So ありません means don't have, right? でした means did not have. Did not have ね. So don't have ね. Right? Don't have. So the よ is like ね. So don't have ね. Then next. 英語の辞書は日本語の辞書はありますが. So this ya over here is basically, this is not VA, it's YA. It's a new grammar one lah. So for example, previously we learned A to B, correct? A and B. What if I have more things to say, more than A and B? Then I'll say A ya, B ya, C ya, D, nado. Okay, so let me explain. This ya is just to list out things. You're just listing out things, right? There is A, there is B, there is C. So what is this nado? The nado just simply close the list. Okay, so that means there's A, there's B, and there's C and D. But what if I don't have the nado? If I don't have the nado, it will just become, there is A, there is B, there is C, there is D, and so on and so forth. Right? That means there's more things, but I don't want to list out anymore. So that is what it means when we don't have the word nado. The word nado will simply cap the list. Right, so please remember this one. Okay, so in the passage, 英語の辞書や日本語の辞書はありますが, they never close the list, right? So that means there's more items than just these two lah. There's more items than just English dictionary or Chinese dictionary. Japanese dictionary. So there's more things than that. So that's why they never use the word nado. Right? Then they say ありますが, ... So we never finish the second part of the sentence. So the reason why we didn't finish is basically trying to say on one hand there is Eigo dictionary, there's English dictionary and Japanese dictionary. Then on the other hand there isn't any Chinese dictionary. So that is the second part of the sentence. But we already know there is no Chinese dictionary, so why would you want to say the second half of the sentence, right? Yeah, so that's why we stop at ga, ... So far so good?
Yes.
Okay. Else replies, ja. So this ja is just a filler, right? So then, right? It just means so then, like just a filler. So then, hondana no naka ni. So hondana means bookshelf, right? We split the word into hon and dana, right? Hon is book, dana is shelf. So hondana, bookshelf. So hondana no naka ni, right? Just now we learned no naka ni means inside of, right? So inside of hondana, so inside of the bookshelf, right? So hondana no naka ni, right? Inside the bookshelf, arimasen deshita ka? Don't have right? So just basically trying to say don't have, right? So inside the bookshelf don't have. Then K says another filler means means oh, right? In English we say oh, arimashita. So arimas is the present tense. Arimashita means have, past tense. Oh, have. Right? It means I found it already lah. In a way, it means you already found it. Right? Arimashita. どうして中国語の辞書がいりますか? So why you need, right? いります means need, right? So why you need Chinese dictionary, right? どうして中国語の辞書がいりますか? K replies, お客様は来月中国から来ますから。Then there's two から here. Okay. お客様 is customer, right? お客様は来月。来月 means next month. 中国 is China. So 中国から from China, right? From China 来ますから。So 来ます means come. So come from China から。So this second から means
That's why.
yeah, because that's why, right? Basically, it's just trying to give a reason why he's studying Japanese, right? Or why he's studying Chinese dictionary. Why you want to find the Chinese dictionary. So the first kara means from. The second kara means that's why. Right? So customer coming from China next month, that's why. 少し勉強します. So little bit study. So I will study a little bit. Right? That's why I study a little bit. Then L says, それじゃあ. Right? それ means if that is so, right? If that is so. それ means that. That so. So that so. Or that is so. 教えましょうか? So 教えます is to teach, right? 教えます. Teach to you, right? We learned this in the giving and receiving last week. So 教えます is teach. So teach to you. So teach to you. 教えましょう. We change it to the let's teach. But is it really let's teach? This is actually the shall we or shall I teach to you, right? So marshal has two meaning, right? It can be a shall we, shall I, and or let's do something together, right? So previously the guy say want to take the bus to the amusement park, right? So he say ikimashou ka? So shall we go by bus? Then the guy replied ikimashou, let's go by bus. So that's why ikimashou ka versus ikimashou. There's two meaning but the same grammar form. Marshal, right? So marshal has two meaning. So in this case, we are asking the question one, like shall I teach you? Shall I teach to you? Then K replies, 本当ですか? So 本当 means really. Really? Yeah, so really question mark. Right? So 本当 means really. Then he says, 嬉しいです. Right? 嬉しい is an E adjective, which means excited or happy. Right? I'll be very excited, I'll be very happy. Right? 嬉しいです. お願いします. So we learned お願いします in the first lesson. It means please. Right? お願いします. Please. Right? I'll be happy, please. Then L says 少し. Right? A little bit. 休憩しましょうか? So 休憩しましょう come from the base word します. Right? So 休憩します. 休憩します simply means to take a break. Right? So to take a break, 休憩します means to take a rest, to take a break. 休憩しましょうか? Let's take a break? Question mark. Let's take a break? Or shall we take a break? Right? Question mark. Then K says, そうしましょう. Right? So simply means yes. So yes, let's do so. Right? So let's do so. The so is referring to whatever was mentioned before, right? The question. Let's do the resting. Let's do the resting together. Yeah.
So you're saying Kyukishimasho, let's take a break. Then you still need the Sukoshi in front.
Sorry, one more time.
You're saying Kyukishimasho, let's take a break. Then you still need the Sukoshi in front.
Yeah. Let's take a break for a while. Let's take a break for a while. But you're just trying to specify how long the break is, right? For a while, for a bit. Let's rest for a bit. Right? That's why we say sukoshi. Okay? Any questions about the passage? Okay, so if you want to know more about this nado, it's over here at number 2. Ya nado. When do we use nado? They explain it over here. Okay, so nado is like it caps on. Okay. Oh shit. Oh my god. Okay, we'll have 2 persons try to say the conversation together. That's the last one already. Anybody want to volunteer?
I volunteer.
Okay, we have Jin-kun. You want, right? Okay. So you can be the first one.
Kimura-san. Lim-san, 中国の辞書はどこにありますか?
Okay.
机の上にありませんでしたか?
探しましたけどありませんでしたよ。英語の辞書や日本語の辞書はありますか?
じゃあ本棚の中にありませんでしたか?
ありました。
どうして中国語の辞書がいりますか?
親子様は来月中国から来ますから少し勉強します。
それじゃあ教えましょうか。教えましょうか。
本当ですか?
本当ですか? 嬉しいです。お願いします。
少し休憩しましょうか。
しましょう。
Okay, I think reading wise is okay. It's really the intonation whether when to go up and when to go down, right? So, for example, ありませんでしたか? ありません, right? It was rather flat over there. And also the hondana. And then the irimasu. Remember, there is no R in Japanese. It is closer to a L. So not irimasu ka. If you say irimasu ka, it sounds like some American already. Irimasu ka. It's in between R and L okay? More closer to L. Irimasu ka. Okay, arimasu ka, not arimasu ka. Right? Arimasu ka sounds like some American already. Okay, like howdy, arimasu ka. Okay, any question about the conversation? No question, then our homework will be lesson 10 and lesson 9. Please also complete. You have your extra sheet, right? So in your extra sheet, the very last homework after lesson 10 is the revision paper. Please complete the 4 pages of revision. We will go through that in the next lesson. If you have time, please complete that. Right? I mean, we still have time to go through that just before the quiz on the 11th. But if it's possible, you try to complete it as soon as possible. Right. Next week, we definitely going to have time to go through all of that paper. Then the last lesson will just be the quiz. Okay, if no question.